Hello, beautiful souls. The rain had just stopped. The air feels fresh, calm, alive, and that's actually why I came out here to make this video. Honestly, I've been working on another topic that I really want to share with you first. A topic connected to disclosure, something that has affected billions of people across the earth until now. And trust me, when the time is right, I will talk about it. So be patient with me and stay with me until that video comes out, okay? But this topic, I felt I needed to share right now. Even it's still a little bit rain. That's why I keep a distance to avoid wet. Well, I share this topic first because maybe some of you are going through this already and you don't even realize it yet. I want to talk about chakra activation and my old journey with meditation and awakening. I started meditating in 2021, not too early, not too late, right at the time I was meant to. But honestly, the feeling that I didn't belong here on earth started long before that. Even as a child, I always felt different. I didn't like eating. I was extremely thin when I was young, and my father was always worried about me. He constantly tried to feed me and take care of me the best he could. I hated meat, pork meat especially. I hated the smell of it cooking, even though naturally I actually knew how to cook very well. It was strange. Show me a dish once, and somehow I already understood how to make it. But life moved on. Marriage, children, responsibilities, household life, and slowly I forgot that deeper feeling inside me. That was also when my life started going through chaos. I tried my best in relationships and family life, but I kept repeating painful lessons again and again. Not only for me, but I know for the people around me too. When I was younger, I even thought about becoming a monk someday, living peacefully in a pagoda and dedicating my life to Buddha. Christianity also once tried to call me in another way. When I studied abroad, people from the church were very kind to me. They offered me food, support, and warmth. The only thing they asked was for me to come every Sunday. But I still said no, because deep inside, I knew my path would be different. My first awakening actually happened very early, at 13 years old. Notice the number 13 that I told you before was attached to my life. That number, which is considered as unlucky, is always with me in special events of my life, of my journey. At that age of 13, when I entered puberty, I had my first menstrual cycle. Something changed. That was when the dreams become stronger. Very strange dreams, very vivid. Some of them later happened exactly in real life. Some still haven't happened yet, but they always felt incredibly real. Sometimes, after waking up, I could still hear voices echoing in my ears. I wish I had written everything down back then. Then in 2021, When I started practice Falun Gong, something even stranger happened. One night, I found myself in a dark jungle. I was standing in the middle of the roots of a giant tree, very big, and there were two beings waiting for me. They are grouping around the root, one older with a long beard, and one younger. Their clothing looked Asian, something similar to druids from fantasy films, with hooded robes covering their heads. But I had never seen clothing like exactly like that before. When I approached them, they removed their hoods. I had never met them in this life, but somehow they felt familiar to me. I wasn't afraid at all. I felt like part of me already knew them. I felt like I know what it is going on. I know why do I come here. They carried an ancient leather book filled with symbols and letters I had never seen before. My brain told me it was an unknown language, but my soul understood it immediately. They asked me to read the words out loud. At first, my mind said, I can't. But almost instantly, I began reading fluently, like it was my native language. The words echoed powerfully through my entire body. And right after I woke up, I could still hear that strange language echoing inside my room. I could even still pronounce the words for a short time after waking. But now I no longer remember completely. And I never saw those beings again after that. But somehow I know they are still watching over me. And maybe one day I will remember. I'm still in my journey to remember, just like you. Now back to meditation and spiritual practice. I'm not here to tell you to follow Falun Gong or Buddhism or Christianity. You should follow the path that truly calls you from within. For me, Falun Gong became the practice that resonated most deeply. And one important thing I learned: follow one path sincerely, one teacher, one methodology, because constantly jumping between systems can create confusion in your mind, in your energy. My teacher in this life is Lý Hồng Chi, but your path may be different, and that's okay. Years ago, I even tried becoming a Buddhist. I once went directly to a pagoda nearby where I live in a beautiful beach city to ask how to become a Buddhist follower. But when I arrived with my small poodle dog, some people there came angry simply because I brought him with me. They told me my dog didn't belong here, and honestly, their energy didn't feel compassionate at all. Later, a monk explained that I needed to pay money in order to officially become a Buddhist follower. And at that moment, something inside me said, no, this doesn't feel right. So I left. I stopped it, wanting labels like Buddhist follower or Christian ship, because spirituality should never feel forced, commercialized, or controlled. I believe there had to be another way, and years later, during COVID pandemic, my real awakening journey, more visions, more dreams, more intuition. If you ask me when my chakras first started activating, I would still say around 13 years old, one tree. That was when I began sensing spirits, energies, and presence around me, both in dreams and sometimes in daily life. You know, I had many dreams, weird dreams to some people, and even to me when I got that dreams. But now, in this era of disclosure, I know it means a lot. It is helpful in this time. And I will try my best to tell you more about dreams, my story, my experience, what I knew when I got more time, because now I'm still in between of my work in daily life and this work in my journey. I will try to have more time for this channel. Maybe one day will be full time. I hope. So please stay with me, support me more for this channel. Thank you. And back to the dreams. I dreamed about my father's death years before it came true. When I was a little girl, I sensed danger before accidents. I experienced change, protection throughout my life. And now, looking back, I understand those experiences were all part of my journey, part of remembering. Today, my intuition, visions, and dreams have become much clearer through meditation and practice. I believe my chakras were always protected somehow, sealed until the right time. And recently, I began opening my heart chakra more deeply. I share part of that experience in another video, and I talk more about it soon. But most importantly, trust your inner guidance, because chakra activation, Kundalini, spiritual awakening, activating strength DNA, they are all simply different ways of reconnecting to source, different ways of remembering who you really are. And no one can do that journey for you. No one. No channelers, no guru, no priest, even high priest can help you on that. Only you. This journey of remembering belongs only to you. So meditate more, listen inward, and be patient with yourself. One more thing. Some people ask me, is opening your chakras dangerous? What if I see ghosts? What if negative entities control me? No, none of that has power over you unless you allow it. You are the gatekeeper. Your thoughts, your consciousness, your energy control your reality. Not any spirit, not any entity. Stay in the light. Keep your light with you always. And if you ever feel unsafe or experience something strange or frightening, simply remind yourself, I stay in the light. I am the light, because you are far more powerful than you think. May the truth within you always guide you. Until we meet again.